Good evening, Richmond County, and welcome to your Friday edition of Live at 5. I'm Russell Parker. Richmond County's younger students will be back in the classroom next month, while the older ones will learn remotely. The Richmond County Board of Education voted 6-1 on Thursday to opt for Plan B, which has students in kindergarten through 5th grade going to school for face-to-face learning, while those in grades 6 through 12 will have to use remote learning. The self-contained exceptional children will also be at school for in-person learning, according to Dr. Kate Smith, Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction. She said parents and teachers both said they learn better in person. Ronald Tillman, the only board member to vote no, said that he could not support a plan that just allows in-person instruction for K through 5 students, adding that those in grades 6 through 12 are just as vulnerable. He said they are going to be lost if they don't get direct learning. Administrators said the biggest challenges were adhering to state mandates on classroom occupancy and limitations in transportation. Associate Superintendent Dennis Quick said it would take all of his district's 89 buses, which could hold 20 to 24 students each based on social distancing guidelines, just to transport the 2,000 K through 3 students. However, there were some parents who said in a survey that they would not have to rely on school-provided transportation. Smith said the plan was based on input from more than 2,100 families and school staff. Students in the first 4 grades will be spread out at the elementary schools, while 4th and 5th graders will be taught from the middle schools. The plan also calls for teachers in the upper grades to schedule face-to-face contact hours with the students. Those learning in person are required to wear school-approved uniforms. Tillman also asked if there would be any flexibility in the school uniform requirement, since some parents have been put out of work due to COVID-19 pandemic and may not be able to afford them, especially with school starting in just a month. He added that he would hate for students to be sent home because of a uniform issue. Board member Bobby Sue Ormsley was also concerned, saying surely they would give them a little bit of leniency. Superintendent Dr. Jeff Maple said that the schools generally have some extra uniforms and that the district could put more resources into providing them. He encourages parents to reach out to the schools to let them know if they need the uniforms. There will also be a temporary virtual option for those who don't feel comfortable being in the classroom during the pandemic. Smith clarified that students will be allowed to switch from one to the other during the time that the plan is in place. However, those wishing to opt to stay home should submit a virtual application by July 26. Depending on how many students opt out of in-school learning, Maple said the board could come back and allow the older grades back in the classroom.
No justice.
A man who was tased by sheriff's deputies at a Richmond Senior High School football game late last year is asking why those involved were not fired. Stephen Sings of Charlotte was in downtown Rockingham with a group of supporters again protesting his arrest. Sings was slated to appear in court Thursday, but sources say the case was continued. Sings, who goes by Stephen Black on Facebook, went live on December 6th as he tried to find a deputy to ask why his son was arrested. When the deputy refused to tell him, Sings insisted that it was his duty to talk to him. At that point, the deputy told Sings to put his hands behind his back. An altercation soon ensued, eventually involving 5 deputies and resulting in Sings being tased multiple times and, according to court documents, 2 deputies receiving cuts and bruises. Sings said Thursday that deputies lied in their statements and encouraged those gathered to look at the video. Sings also called out other organizations and people who have protested those killed by law enforcement for not showing up to support him. Sings then went on to criticize Sheriff James Clemens, saying if Clemens stays in office, he will continue to let injustice go on. Sings says the officers joked about his encounter where he could have died, adding that he will continue to fight. He then called Clemens a coward and asked why he didn't come out the door to explain why he didn't fire the officers. Clemens called in the State Bureau of Investigation to handle the case for, quote, transparency and seeking the truth, end quote. The sheriff was recently appointed by Governor Roy Cooper to the North Carolina Task Force for Racial Equity and Criminal Justice. Clemens also released a statement condemning Floyd's death and has marched alongside other protesters in recent months. Following a unity rally this past Saturday, Clemens said that sheriffs and police chiefs had the responsibility to hire and train officers who the community can support. Prior to the Sings Thursday rally, protesters were lying in the road on Franklin Street in front of Hillside Florist. Following the rally, they rode up to Richmond Senior High School and were blocking US 1 until asked to move by deputies. Sings is facing a dozen charges, 2 felony counts of assault with physical injury on a law enforcement, probation, or parole officer, 5 misdemeanor counts of resisting a public officer, 3 counts of assault on a government official or employee, and 1 count each of disorderly conduct and injury to personal property. His next court date has not yet been listed in online state records. One former Richmond Senior High School educator and coach will now live on in the National Archives. Jason Norton, who passed away in early June after a 4-year battle with cancer, spent the majority of his career as a teacher and coach with Richmond County Schools. Congressman Dan Bishop, who represents the 9th Congressional District in North Carolina, which includes Richmond County, honored Norton's life's work during an extension of remarks on June 11th in Washington, D.C. By Bishop speaking in front of Congress, his remarks became a part of congressional record, which will keep Norton's memory alive. While his wife, Lauren Norton, their 3 sons, Alex, Kevin, and Jace, Norton's sister, Ryan, and the rest of their family are still grieving his loss, the gesture by Bishop and Maples was just another act of kindness that they are grateful for. The Norton family was presented with an official document of Bishop's remarks on the floor, and is just the next piece of a scrapbook Lauren is building to remember her husband's life and accomplishments. When we return, we've got your Live at 5 weather report. Rain is on the way. We'll tell you when. It's coming up after the break, so stay tuned.
Locally owned and operated, One Stop Vape Shop is a place you'll want to check out. Whether you need vape supplies, signs, business cards, decals, or your chakras aligned, we have you covered. Our in-house print shop has quick turnaround time and is open 7 days a week. We offer a wide range of products including stones, herbs, pendants, CBD, kratom, and more. Visit us at 939 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham.
She gets her soccer skills from her mom, her sense of humor from her dad, and her drugs from her home medicine cabinet. Over half of misused medication comes from family and friends. Talk to your children about the dangers of prescription drug misuse. Secure your medication, take regular inventory to ensure nothing is missing, and properly dispose of expired or unused medication. Be aware. Don't share. Lock your meds.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on Hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, Hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
Hometown heroes? Well, maybe. When it comes to backyard comfort and no pesky mosquitoes, call Brown Termite and Pest Control at 910-895-6410 or 910-276-8870. Their team of superheroes can take back control of your paradise. That's 910-895-6410 today.
JC's in Rockingham has you covered for used appliances, parts, trailers, and storage. We have one of the largest selections of reconditioned washers, dryers, and refrigerators in the Sand Hills, and we offer free delivery to residents inside Richmond County. Come check out our variety of trailers for any hauling job and our storage buildings for the things you need out of the weather or house. We also carry parts and accessories for appliances, trailers, truck beds, and can order the things you need. That's JC's on South Hancock Street in Rockingham.
Do you want a healthcare career? Certified medical assistants are multi-skilled healthcare professionals capable of completing administrative and clerical tasks, making them a valuable member of the healthcare team at medical clinics, doctor's offices, and other healthcare facilities. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the employment of medical assistants is projected to grow 23% over the next 8 years, much faster than the national average. At Richmond Community College, our medical assisting students are trained in our cutting-edge Simulation Learning Center, giving them hands-on experience with high-fidelity mannequins that simulate real-life patient interaction. In addition to clinical skills, our students also receive instruction in scheduling appointments, coding, processing insurance accounts, billing, collections, and medical transcription. Complete the medical assisting program in just 2 years and start your lifelong career today. Visit www.richmondcc.edu to learn more about enrolling in the medical assisting program at Richmond Community College or call 910-410-1700.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
Your Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by RO Yellow, Richmond County's new online business directory. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. It is the last day of the week that we're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine in the area. That's coming up. We've got a lot of thunderstorms predicted ahead with at least a 40% chance across the next several days. But before we get into all of that, I do want to talk about the ISS, the International Space Station. Tonight is going to be the last night to really see a prolonged view of it. We're talking about 6 minutes of visible time tonight. That's going to be at 9:13 p.m. with a max height of 45 degrees. So roughly really easy to spot that when it gets to that max height. It's going to appear at about 10 degrees above west-northwest. Will disappear about 10 degrees above northeast. So definitely something to check out. I know myself will definitely be outside looking for it. It's a really cool view to check out the ISS when you can see it. And after tonight, it will go into about 1 minute to less than a minute. So tonight it is a very long time. 6 minutes is a very long time to be able to see ISS in the sky like this. So definitely give it a check out. Again, 9:13 p.m. 6 minutes for visible time with a max height of 45 degrees. It's going to appear at 10 degrees above west-northwest and disappear at 10 degrees above northeast. Now let's get into tonight's forecast. How well are you able to see that ISS? Well, we do have 7 o'clock at 89 degrees with partly cloudy skies. At 9 o'clock we have 83 degrees with partly cloudy skies as well. So clouds will be out a little bit, but as it is the third brightest thing in the night sky, you can see it is going to be pretty easy to spot through all the clouds. So when you do have a clearing, you should be able to see it just fine. Sunset's going to be at 8:31 p.m. with a waning crescent moon phase. And take a look at tomorrow now. It will be very messy with weather ahead. Of course, the rain and thunder, lightning, all of that's coming along tomorrow across the Sand Hills region. Starting in Fayetteville, it'll be a high of 92, low of 76. Rayford, high of 92, low of 75. Lumberton will be a high of 93, low of 76. Over in Laurinburg, it'll be a high of 93 and a low of 77. Up in Southern Pines, it'll be a high of 92 and a low of 74. Getting back here in Richmond County, it'd be a high of 94, low of 74 for Ellerby. For Rockingham and Hamlet, it'd be a high of 94, low of 75. Down in Bennettsville, South Carolina, it'll be a high of 93, low of 76. And across the PD in Wadesboro, it'll be a high of 92 and a low of 75. I can tell you right now, if you are going to be looking for the ISS, I don't think you could find a better spot to really look at it than out there at the PD River, as we did share on Facebook today from Glenn Poplin, who snapped a shot of the comet Neowise over Blewett Falls this past week on early Sunday morning. So you can definitely get some nice shots of all kinds of things in the night sky out there. So definitely, if you want to look for the ISS while any trees getting in your way, I can't think of a better place to go to than the PD River. Now take a look at 7-day forecast. where it's not going to be very nice at all for the night sky. Like I said, a lot of thunderstorms on the way for the next 6 days. Don't see any rain whatsoever for Friday, but we'll get that here in just a moment. Saturday, high of 94, low of 75 with a 40% chance of precipitation. On Sunday, that chance goes up to 50% with a high of 93 and a low of 75. On Monday, it continues on with 50% at a high of 92 and a low of 75. And then on Tuesday, a high of 91, low of 74 with once again a 50% chance of precipitation. Then on Wednesday, we get out of the 90s for a little while, high of 89, low of 75 with a 50% chance again. And then on Thursday, it'll be a 50% chance of showers in the afternoon, but 30% chance in the evening, high of 87, low of 73. And then on Friday, we get out of the rain finally with a high of 87 and a low of 73 with mostly cloudy skies that day. So once again, we're looking at a lot of rain ahead. Do pack your umbrella, get your rain boots ready because we do got a lot of it coming up. And of course, it is a 50 to 40% chance for the most part, so very well could even see where it doesn't happen at all. But this is North Carolina, where our weather is always so unpredictable, and of course being middle of July with pop-up showers, anything can really kind of happen at any moment's notice. So do be ready for it, Richmond County, because we do got some rain on the way. But that's going to do it for tonight's edition of Live at 5. Of course, for the latest news, sports, and events happening here in Richmond County, you can always visit richmondobserver.com, or you can download the free RO app for your mobile devices. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Russell Parker. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Monday. Good night, Richmond County.